YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here on ESGNet. And this is NCAA 14 football with the Highland Scotties team builder dynasty here, as we're in Scotties Sports Talk here, episode 17. And we're going to do a quick review here of the BCS championship game. It was a very tough game for us to be involved in from the get-go there, as well you'll see here in just a bit. Yeah, Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide will go ahead and be your national champions here for the upcoming time now. As Highland comes up short here in this one, and there you see Flanagan there. A lot of questions about him for next season, about if he's going to return. But for right now, we're going to do a quick review, and we'll talk about the future of the Highland Scotties here in just a bit. But there you see the final score, 41-29. Try to make a good run there in the latter part of the third, going to the fourth quarter, but just too many incidents with interceptions. We almost had a fumble, but then it turned out it was reversed and called back. And Alabama was able to turn around and score on that drive later on to put them out to where they're at. So, yeah, tough. Talking to Coach Teddy Bonds there after the game, we talked about a lot of different things, and one of the things he said that, they were not meant to be there this year. Not saying that because of the loss there that they didn't deserve to be there or they didn't deserve to win, is that they just, not even on his own radar that, they were gonna, he wasn't really planning on getting this far. He thought the team was a good team. There's going to be a successful team, a winning team, but he didn't think they were going to be this successful. Not in his, all of his years coaching. He really didn't think he would be able to take a team that was used to be a junior college and decided to go to be a 4-year institution and go into Division I football, being the smallest Division I school out there, and take them from nobodies to now, runners up in a national football championship game. So take a look there. 15 carries, 51 yards there for Kason, 1 touchdown there for him. But yeah, just talking to Coach Teddy Bonds, as you take a look at the stats here from both teams, this was really expected. He didn't think they were going to get this far. He figured maybe a decent bowl game. He figured that they could get 6 wins to be qualified for a bowl game, but he really did not think they were going to go undefeated and be able to play against one of the best college football teams around, that being the Alabama Crimson Tide. So we talked to him about that, and then he went on to say that he's hoping that a lot of these young men who are remember, majority of them are redshirt sophomores and freshmen on this team. So he's hoping that a lot of them will come back for next season. Of course, they're going to have to figure out who's going to be able to play on the team and who are going to be redshirt for next year, as you have quite a pretty good, decent squad of guys coming in for next season. And they're hoping that with this, even though it was a loss, they're hoping that this will get some talk amongst others, and maybe after this offseason, or during this offseason, really, they can get some more guys to sign for the team and buy in on the accomplishment that this school, the coaching staff, and the support of this university can do. So we'll see how that goes here with the recruiting, and we'll see recruiting of that here coming up in the next episode 18. Well, actually the next 2 episodes, 18 and 19, where we'll look at the off season recruiting, and look at what we can do here to make the team better. Look in some areas that we are need some work in. I know defensively there will be some areas that we were definitely working in there, working on our corners and our safeties, and of course our linebackers. Offense, I think with Coach Teddy Bonds said he was not upset when it came to Flanagan played a hell of a game. He wanted Flanagan to play the way he played all season long, but at the same time told him to watch out for some things that he's custom of not doing so well, and that's being a gunslinger, and that's what pretty much got them in trouble. Now you got to tip your hat to. You can't really say it was all, or you can't really put all the blame on Flanagan, because for the most part, Alabama is a great defensive team. They were right there when they needed to be to get the interceptions, and that's exactly what happened in a lot of the cases there in this ball game. So we just can't, Flanagan's not really at all to blame there. Coach even went on to say that they should have ran the ball a little bit more than they did. If you take a look here at the rushing yards, you see only 98 rushing yards there, 25 carries, two rushing touchdowns in that game. So they're not their custom 100 semi-yard game on the ground in rushing. That was something that they really believed that was the one of the problems there for them in that game. So a little more balance in their game. They should have went more with at least told from Coach Teddy Bonds there after the game there in the press conference. And that was something that they went away from, and he says that they're going to be trying to work on that for next season to try to be a lot more balanced in there. When there was a few interceptions there that he threw, they should have just said, hey, get away from the passing game for at least maybe some short routes, some screen passes, stuff like that, and just really work the run into their favor. But that was just not the case, and everything's 20/20 in hindsight there. So but yeah, that's of course, like I said, they're happy. They would be more happy if they won the championship. It'd been a great story, but they're even happier now that their name is out there. They're getting the recognition that they that honestly I think they deserve from pulling this off, especially being a team with sophomores and freshmen on it. For the most part there, they did a great job, and they should be have their heads held high. So take a look here at the bowl results here. Take a look and see if your favorite school won in their bowl. But going back here and talking about with Coach Teddy Bonds and his run here with Highland, he's hoping to come back. He asked, he's helped get both of his coaches, Coach David Sahib and Coach Allen. Alan Lawrence there, assigned to the team for long term. And then they're going to be working on some stuff all season, or all the off season. They're working on some new play formations. Actually, they're going to kind of not really say gut out all the playbook, but they're going to take out some of the formations and change up some of the playbook there to help them out and get things going for themselves for the upcoming season. So there are going to be some changes there offensively and defensively there. More to say on the offensive side. I know Coach Bonds talked to Coach Lawrence there about some plays that can try to maybe run the optional a little bit more offensively. I think they're going to try to go back to being more of a run offense with pitches and stuff like that. So that is something they're going to try to work on during the off season. Take a look at the last time. We'll see the top 25 poll here for this before we get to the off season here. But yeah, they're going to work on some different plays and stuff like that with some upcoming players they're bringing in here to kind of mold and fit that for their new offensive scheme. Also the same thing on defensively, but not so much. They're going to keep the same playbook for the most part there, but offense is going to be one that's going to be kind of gutted, kind of a little bit gutted out, and some new formations and stuff there to kind of freshen up and get things going for next season, and kind of throw some teams off kilter there. Now next season, I think this year we played 6 ranked teams. I told you guys beforehand that we're going to try to play at least no less than 2, maybe no more than 4. And then we're gonna do also too. We're gonna have like 4 games where we're gonna be 4 games in a row, and then the 5th week we'll have an off week, and then we'll play 4 games in a row, and then another off week. So every 5th week there'll be a bye week in there, so we don't have a crazy, a bunch of bye weeks towards the end there. Hopefully we can schedule teams right. We're gonna actually play some of the teams that we played this season again, but this time it'll be flip-flopped. For the most part here, I know we're gonna play Georgia, and I think Tennessee for sure. And I think both of those we may end up going down there instead, just to kind of get some notoriety there and whatnot. But like I said, we're gonna try to get it down to 3, 2 to 3 ranked opponents, and then all the rest will be unranked, and we'll just based on just looking at really try to go after some of the Power 5 conferences there, and see what we can do with those there, and try to balance it out from home versus away games for this season. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that works out. We'll show you guys that in the second part of the off-season video there. I think it's going to be episode 19. And then as for the players that you guys created, you guys can still submit those. We're still going to take those up to once we start getting the second season, and then even beyond there. So if your player does not make it into this season, into this off season and whatnot, and we can't recruit them, still send their player in, and we'll try to get them in there at some point here. Maybe not this off season, going to next season, but definitely get them in there during recruiting when we start the second season here, and we'll try to see if we can recruit him. And the same thing applies. I'll leave the video a link here for the other video in the description, and also in the eye up here above there, for you guys to go to, and you guys can follow the directions on that video of how you guys can submit your player of your likeness or whatever to be a part of the Highland Scotties football team for next season. So thank you guys so much for watching, and unfortunately, like I said, could not bring home a win and could not bring home a trophy. But we got enough hardware here for individual stuff. Hopefully next year we can bring home a team trophy, that being the National Championship BCS title. So that is it for me, you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video today, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel and new to this series. Thank you for joining us here on the video, and hopefully you guys will follow us here on ESGNet as we get ready for the second season of the Highland Scotties football here on the channel. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. Check out the links down below in the description, and follow us there for the latest news and events on what's going on here on the channel and what is going on in the world of sports gaming in general. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, keep yourselves each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.